All right, fellas.
Going on, Dan?
Oh, same. Good ball game.
How was that speech we're going to change?
Do what now?
How was that speech? You said you're going to change the speech to get a faster start. Did it work?
Yeah, I did. I planned senior night, so they get all excited. See what happened, though. The air came out of the balloon about 5 minutes ago. That's what happens when you pump up teams sometimes. I don't know about those pregame rah-rah speeches. Sometimes you get so high on it, you come out 5 minutes. And we used to say in the NBA a lot, our assistant coaches, beware the early lead. Because you jump out there real quick, and then every team that I've known, a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of the times they just, okay, we got it, and he's back. Next thing you know, the other team's got the momentum and headed to the barn. So you got to be careful with all that, getting emotional, lifting your excitement levels up too high. So, we pride ourselves that we play hard, we're competitive, and we're going to do it every day. And we expect that. We don't have to encourage that or have cheerleaders. That is a standard. And these young men seem to, when push comes to shove, they get that done.
Coach, I know that Tavion's had better performance as far as efficiency and things like that, but from a mental toughness standpoint, as much as he struggled through the first 25, 27 minutes of this game, to see him sort of turn it on that last 12 or 13 is that something that has grown in his game, in your opinion?
Well, I don't know about that. I think opportunities are always there for him. I've could be a little on me. I played him 40 minutes every game. So, somewhere along the line, the best of the best have those moments where they just, can't quite get it together. But like you said, he found the openings late in the game and created the difference to win the ball game.
Coach, earlier this week, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Earlier this week, Tavion said that in this final homestand, he just wanted to see the team have fun. Did you feel watching this team over the last 2 days that your guys are showing that they're having fun all over the court?
Well, playing hard is fun. If it's not fun, if playing hard is not fun, then you're in the wrong game. So it should be fun. I coached a little league team one time, and back at Myrtle Beach, my son was on it. There were 7, 8-year-olds. And they were worried about me being too intense. They'd see me coach in high school with 7 and 8-year-olds. So they had cautioned me and told me, do not. Make sure they're having fun. Make sure they're having fun. I said, I got you. So I lined them up in the dugout, and I said, all right, fellas, let's go out and play baseball. Well, they ran out. They were tripping each other and hitting each other with gloves. And I said, whoa, come back in here. That's not the kind of fun I'm talking about. I want to see how fast you can run, how far you can hit a ball. That's fun. And I think these guys understand that. They come out with an attitude that having fun is working hard. When you get them like that, then there's going to be some success with the program. How far that's going to go, you never know. It's a tough road. Anybody can win this tournament coming up. So we just have to come out every game, play like we're running to the barn, or running a race. Don't look around you. Don't look back. Just run to the tape as fast as you can go. And I think that's my message to them. We're going to play the way we play. We're not going to worry about what everybody's doing around us. We're going to run for the tape, and we ain't looking back. We're not looking sideways. We're going to give our best effort to beat anybody that's ahead of us or behind us.
Dan, you've always talked about getting this thing to the end of the season. It's not what you do early, it's what you do late. And obviously you all have seen success. Last year you saw success going into the tournament, had a win, and then everything shut down. This year, very similar, 6 out of 7 going into the tournament.
When, for some reason, we are peaking. It's not that I de-emphasize the regular season. I don't. What I tried to do is tell them that it's always played to the end, so that if you do hit bumps in the road between there and the end, you don't just throw up your hands and quit. You know, the game is played at the end. Sure, I'd like to win the first 25 and win all the way through the tournament. Sometimes that doesn't work. So sometimes you have to look at things and put it in perspective. And that is, you're not down till the last game. And you just keep running to the tape, run for it.
Dan, I know senior day, a special day for all of those guys out there, but having covered high school ball and you guys in West Virginia, I've seen a lot of Jared West over the last 8 years or so. Just tell me a little bit about having him around the last 4 years as they wrap up regular season careers here at Marshall.
Well, and like I said, I watched him 2 years play with the Hot Shots in AAU. And, you know, he had a couple guys that were a little bit more renowned as far as being recruited, and the Guppy kid who went to Liberty, and Luke, who went to Davidson, then now's at Western. But the more I watched him, and for 2 years, he was the heart of that team. Might not have been a special shooter like Luke Frampton, might not have been the all-around play every position like Cuffy, but their heart, their spirit, that was him. And the more I watched him play, I started realizing that. I told Mark Klein, who was after Frampton, and I kind of liked Cuffy at the beginning, I said, you know what? After a year and a half, I believe we got the best one. And then we took George with him, who was on the same team, who I thought had potential and athletic. I thought, you know, we get him here, he could be a part of it. So Jared is special in that he's a leader on the floor. He's the type of person you want to go to work with, type of person you want to be in the foxhole with. He's tough as nails, and he's always for the team and what we're trying to do on and off the floor. Doesn't matter. Every practice, every drill, every locker room. And you saw when he couldn't play as much the game before and the game he was out, he played it just as hard, and the kids reacted for him. And we're gonna miss that. Although I say that with a COVID year, right? We just have to wait and see. It's gonna be a real odd off season.
And are there any feelings? I know that you fly to Frisco last year and the world is one way, and you come back and the world's completely different with the pandemic. Is there any feelings going back to Frisco this year, or is it just, you know, solely basketball?
Well, you're asking the wrong guy, because I can't even remember last year. But you know, that's what I always said. You know, the way to be creative is not have a good memory, because you never do things you used to do. You always have to create new things. So you know, we're gonna go down there. I think my players maybe go along, maybe they don't. I mean, they're individuals, but I take life in general the same. I try not to get too high on the highs and too low with the lows. You know, you don't see me over there screaming, yelling, and stomping, and when things aren't going my way, and you don't see me, well, I can't jump up in the air or run or pump my fist if things are going our way. You know, it is what it is. I love the game. I'm excited. Don't get me wrong. It's in there, but the fire burns inside. I try to be as level as I can as we play. Sometimes those stripes, those zebras running around, I get a little irritated. But other than that, and every now and then you got to encourage a young man to get on beyond himself. So you have to come with a little bit of passion, but it's one of respect, and one that I'm trying to help them be better, not one that would demean them or not respect who they are as a person. All right, fellas. See you in Frisco if you're going. If not, stay tuned.